Who would ever want to shoot Denmark out?
Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
The police have called this a murder for hire, and these guys didn't hire themselves.
You can see Luis Rivera driving, and you can clearly see Sigfredo Garcia sitting in the passenger seat.
Falling home, Garcia jumps out, shot him twice, we left.
I mean, it's as cold-blooded a killing as you can get.
He called her, and he said, make sure you have my money.
She is the recent ex-girlfriend of Wendy Adelson's brother.
So your hit guys, one of them has a girlfriend who has also been a girlfriend of Charlie Adelson?
Correct.
Your family had your ex-husband killed to try to help you, didn't they?
No, that's completely untrue.
I think Charlie thought he was about to walk out of the courtroom a free man.
3 hours later, he wasn't. And when they put him away, there's a telephone there.
There is.
And who's at the other end of the line?
Same person who's been at the other end of the line throughout his entire life, his mama, Donna Adelson.
There's a lot of things that we have to do, and we've got a very tight time frame.
They knew that if Charlie was convicted, they were coming for her next.
But we're looking for places where there's no extradition.
They believe they're about to make their great escape. And the next thing you know, she's got her hands behind her back, cuffed, and she's marching in the opposite direction.
Where does she fit in the grand scheme of things, do you think?
Donna, in my mind, is the architect.
I swear to you on my life, I was not involved in any way with Danny's murder. I was not.
She's just being a parent, not a killer. She's a meddler, not a murderer.
How do you know the defendant in this case?
She's my mother.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to our Dateline
breaks wide, the web's alive. Cameras catch where dreams arrive. Budget trails we roam with ease. Like that green, we're feeling the breeze. The morning movement, start your day. Ease it out, we're on our way. From live streams to a cheapskate, rolling slow, we're feeling great. The morning movement, take a stand, take a stand, let it go. The world's so grand.
Morning and good afternoon. All those applicable things to each and one of you out there. Welcome to the movement. Not so much the morning movement anymore, as the theme song says, but that's okay. That's okay. We are actually working on trying to find a new day and time for the movement. So when we bring Jay in here, we'll probably hash that out. But hey, did y'all check out the video that we showed at the top, the teaser? That is actually it's actually a teaser or a trailer, mind you, for a Dateline special that is airing tonight. So check your local listings for Dateline. That is a murder that happened in 2014. Bunch of people have already gone to jail for it. However, in the last, say, 6 months or so, even to 6 months to a year, a lot of new shit started coming out. And there was a lot of other folks that you did not necessarily think might have had something to do with it, and now that's all full on coming to a head. We have just lost the mom. Okay, that's the teaser. We just lost the mom. She is now in prison. The brother is in prison. The killers are in prison. The middleman is in prison, and the only person that isn't in jail yet is the ex-wife who is benefiting from this whole thing. So tune into Dateline tonight. Let's bring in co-host Jay.
Oh no, is this working? Oh well, what up, everybody? Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Glad to be here again on another beautiful day of this podcast. Thank you, producer Mike.
I know, and we're doing it on a Friday, which is weird. So what had occurred, Jay, was we normally did this on Mondays, and then Mondays became a bit of a thing. So we moved it to Thursdays, and then we failed. All right. Well, let me. Why don't I start with this? I was under the weather. Okay, this is I've been feeling like crap all week, to be honest. And then I felt better last night, and now but it was the night before. I believe I slept on my shoulder wrong because I woke up and I could barely move my arm. Like doing this, like I even doing it right now, I can feel it. I can feel it hardcore, right? And since I was sick, I've got the lights out, Jay. My walls in my apartment are already dark as it is. So even turning the lights on, it doesn't get very light in here. But I've basically been in bed, just going back and forth to the bathroom to go to the bathroom, go to the refrigerator to get something to drink, and then back to bed. That's it. Well,
wow.
This morning, Jay, I took a shower. It's my first shower in in a few days, just because I felt better and everything.
Yeah.
I gotta look at this fucking arm. Look at this shit.
Move. Oh.
It looks like fucking Texas.
It looks like you got like hit with a bat in the arm. Who did you get fucked up with?
Oh shit, dude! That's just sleeping on it wrong. Isn't that amazing?
That's crazy. You should go get that checked.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Because you shouldn't be waking up with a big ass, the size of Texas, black and blue.
I know, isn't that amazing? Well, I mean, it's happened before. This hadn't not recently, that's for sure. But I woke up. I was certainly, my arm was asleep. It was like literally I had rolled over, and I think I just landed on it until it just couldn't hold its weight anymore. But yeah, it still hurts. And Jay, I swear to God, when I saw it, because I didn't see it until I got into the shower. It scared the shit out of me. I thought there was a bat on me. I literally thought there was some sort of animal.
And what, you started going, oh, wait, that's not.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm staring at the thing going, holy shit. Well, that'll be an opening thing for the movement this morning.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let us know in the comment section. What do you think? Does it look like Texas or not?
We'll get to the comments in just a moment, Jay. We will get to the comments in just a moment. But I do want to start off. I teased it just a little bit, not the murder. I
hope you can hear this, guys. I don't know what's going on with my audio today with the.
I can hear it. It's just
there we go.
It's at an acceptable level, not blaring through the headphones like last time.
Yeah.
All right. So you and I need to discuss, and we can actually, you know what? Why don't I bring the chat in right now, because that can be the first.
Yeah, I got the chat up, but I don't see any. Oh, Robert, the tank crew. What's up?
Yeah, let me move the movement down a little bit. That's better. Okay, so what we need to do, Jay, is we need to come down on a time and a day to move the movement, because you, sir, are the grandiose host of Unbound, and I certainly don't want this show to even, and I wasn't even aware that you were Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I actually thought you were only 2 nights a week.
No, I was actually all week for 2 weeks, and then
It's too
I
much,
took
isn't
that,
it?
and then I took a 13-day hiatus because I needed to reevaluate. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday don't sound too bad because
Yeah.
then
When
tonight on
yeah.
Friday we'll give like we'll give the sad news of all week, but then we're gonna hype up for what's happening on the weekend. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? For people to have a good time.
When Crawlface and I were kind of designing the different aspects of this show, we were also going to start off by it being daily, Monday through Friday. And as the date approached and I was planning because I started planning our first show and then I'm like, all right, well, I got to start planning the second show now. I got to start now. You got to start the day before. So now I've got the day before show and then the show after, and I've got that planned. And you're like, well, to feel safe, you might as well have your topics ready for the third show. And then I was like, you know what? I should just take the weekend to do all 5 days. And then I blew out my weekend. I mean, it literally took, because it's not easy. You got to set shit up. I got to, you and I, what videos you're going to use and all that crap. So we abandoned that real quick and we went to, I think we did do twice a week. Yeah, we were doing Monday, Wednesday, and then we shut it down to once a week, and that's when you shortly went on board. So it was a slow decline of content.
Yeah.
And then Crawlface bailed altogether. So, which we haven't, speaking of Crawlface, we haven't even gotten anything from his new department. I wonder if he's gotten any of the videos done. He was going to get AI and get some crazy shit done, but
Yeah,
nothing.
well, nothing. We haven't heard anything. I haven't even heard anything.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to propose a date. I'm going to propose a day of the week and a time, and you go yay or nay. You go, I can't do it. Doesn't even matter what the reason is. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. All right. Now, I can't do, well, I shouldn't say I can't. I won't do Sundays. It's football season. So I really want to stay away from Sundays altogether.
and I don't like doing the weekend because, as far as you and I know, the weekends are relaxing, watching the football, getting fucked up off wine, if you know what I mean, Producer Mike.
All right. You mean on Sunday, correct?
Yeah, I mean Saturday and Sunday is off the books.
Saturday and Sunday? You watch football on Saturday too?
No, Saturdays are my day with my family. Like we go out, we leave town. Yeah, we leave town
gotcha.
And we spend all day out of town. Yeah.
All right. So now you're doing the Unbound on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that then we'll leave Tuesdays and Thursdays. So
we can also do it on Wednesdays if you want to start doing it on Wednesdays.
Well, why? I thought we were trying to stay away from the days you're doing Unbound.
I mean, today I have Unbound.
Right, but we postponed from Thursday today. So we're not doing Friday, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I said at the beginning, take that off the table. I said Sundays are out of this question. You said Saturdays are out of the question. I was literally getting ready to land down on Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay.
Very good. All right, we're cool. And I'd like to avoid Thursday because of Thursday night football. And yes, I've just gave out a little bit of a teaser. My suggestion is we do it on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. In other words, we turn this movement upside down and we become a PM magazine.
Hell yeah. We can do it Tuesday. We can give it a shot, give it a couple of weeks, see how it works out for us. And I don't see why not it wouldn't work. I think also, by the way, we should do a special. We should do a special on the 7th because I'll be in Niagara Falls, right in front of the falls, in a hotel in the 30th floor. So we should do a special.
Well, what's the 7th?
The 7th is a Friday. So we'll have to do a special on a Friday night, maybe, and I can postpone my show.
No. This is how we handle that. You said you're going to Niagara Falls. That's awesome. We don't have to go live for it. I need you to record lots of content from there. And then you send me those videos, and then we can talk about them on the next movement.
Well, that sounds like a plan too.
Yep. That's what I would like to
Okay,
do with that.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll be doing my show Friday there with the background being the falls.
Beautiful. I will tune in for that shit for sure.
Yep.
How are you? Are you going to be? Are you planning on bringing your co-hosts in for that?
Yeah, everything's gonna be normal. The only thing that's not gonna be the same is me having the soundboard, pretty much.
All right. So you can run it because you're running OBS, right? So you just throw that on your phone. Is that how that works?
No, I'm actually bringing my laptop for that because that's how I get my soundboard. My soundboard is off my laptop.
Got it.
Yeah, I'll be bringing my my microphone and then my other ring light that I have over here, and grabbing this camera off this computer and bringing it with me. Pretty much it.
That soundbite was appropriate because William from Sicko Entertainment just said this show is so gangster. Oh, the sarcasm is just dripping off of it. Yeah. All right,
this show goes above and beyond, ladies and gentlemen.
So there it is, folks. Today is Friday. So our next show is going to be next week, Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I am going to be working a lot over the weekend. I got to get us a new theme song because the morning movement, even though I love that song,
I love that song. It gets me going in the afternoon.
Yeah, and it's only it's appropriate except for the East Coast folks. Yeah, it's got to go. So we're gonna do a little bit of some new music, and
can't you just
we'll
take
see how
off
that
the
goes.
morning on it? The morning, and just call it the movement. It's too early for me to sing right now.
Well,
but
it's an
the
AI song.
movement.
It's an AI song, so I'd have to like. Well, I suppose I could just dump it into DaVinci and put like maybe mute it and then just have, instead of the morning movement, the stupid movement, the fucking movement, just change that word.
Yeah, that would be good. The fucking movement.
Yeah,
start
or
your day.
the movement. Just extend the. I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right. So it is Friday, Jay had mentioned, and
Happy Friday.
Yes, tonight at the aforementioned 7 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, same time, 5 p.m. Pacific, all those times I just listed. Tonight on this channel, I Never Told You This, featuring Brad. This week's episode, Brad is a supportive friend, and I will have to tell you, it's an interesting way to handle a situation that is involving your dear friend who may or may not be an alcoholic, Jay. May or may not.
Which one?
No, we can't be divulging names and shit. We got to protect the innocent here. You know what I mean?
We have to protect the innocent.
So Brad, being that supportive friend to that individual, we need some choices, and you're going to hear it all tonight. 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Pacific time. Jeff Cheney, if you're watching, that'll be 6 o'clock Mountain. 6 o'clock Mountain time. So. All right, so we got that out of the way. All right, so let's get to what's been going on in the news. I want to talk about one little tidbit, Jay. You may or may not have heard about it, and then we're going to get to our show topic. But this has just come up and into the news the last 1 or 2 days here. This investigation by the Federal Bureau of Said Investigations has been working on this for years. A number of NBA employees, if you will. This includes, for now, a coach, a player, and it involves the Cosa Nostra, the mafia, and all, I think they said 3 of the 5 crime families of a massive illegal gambling ring involving cheating at poker and essentially shaving points in NBA basketball games.
Wow.
Heavy shit. So you've got a Chauncey Billups, who is the coach, I believe, of the Portland Trailblazers, if I'm not mistaken. He is one of the folks that got arrested. Terry Rozier, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. I'm not much of an NBA guy, but yeah, he's a player, and what he allegedly, what he would do is, you know what? I think I'm gonna fake an injury in the third quarter and all but guarantee that the prop for my score, that my total score for the game, is going to be under. So he then takes a bunch of money, gives it out to all of his friends, and says, "Bet the under on me tonight."
Wow.
And then he goes down for an injury, right, in the game, goes home that night, and all his friends allegedly come over to his house to drop off his money because they give him the free pick. He I don't know what the deal was, maybe half. Bet 10 grand on this game and give me $5,000 of your winnings. I don't know. That's been going on for years. And I imagine they're at this point of the investigation to start nailing some people, because then because the first people that get arrested are the ones that have the best opportunity to cut a deal, because they cut a deal, they got to turn on everything else. All right. Who, what, where, when, and how. So the implications are going to be massive. What do you think, Jay?
Oh, they're gonna be fucked, man. They're gonna be fucked, because if this has been going on for years, the hammer's gonna come down.
And apparently, allegedly, if you will, these particular individuals were brought to the attention of the NBA. So they knew about it. And it doesn't look like they did much about it either. Yep. So, yeah, the NBA might have some PR issues to sort through. I mean, the season just started. They just had opening tip-off the other night.
It says here some of the cheating devices and techniques included were special sunglasses, contact lenses, marked decks, rig shuffling machines, and hidden cameras and X-ray tables. And some other more stuff.
Tables is the one that freaked me out, dude. They showed pictures, and it literally looked like the X-ray of your knee when you busted your knee up when you were a kid. Had to take an X-ray of it. Looked exactly like that, except it was fucking cards.
Wow.
Yeah, straight up 6'9". And so somebody, I don't know what they were doing. I've seen someone where they were doing in Vegas where they just had a cell phone in their pocket on vibrate. And, when it vibrated, they're supposed to bet. When it didn't vibrate, they're supposed to fold, and, stupid shit like that.
Wow.
Crazy.
It's going to be a hammer down.
It's
estimated losses to the scheme exceed 7 million so far. And it's going to be more than that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that actually seemed tame. I mean, if it's been going on for years and it was only like 7 million in loss, I think it was tens of millions that Director Patel had mentioned during the press conference. So yeah, I mean, just crazy. But think about it. I mean, I'm not, though we do promote betting on this program.
We do.
I'm not a huge gambler. I'll throw a couple of shekels out every weekend. Nothing crazy. It's pretty much why I stopped giving picks on this show, because I was basically at 50-50.
Wait, there's no more NFL picks?
Well, no, we're moving to Tuesdays, so we'll recap Monday night's game. But maybe I'll give Thursday night's game out still. But it's a little anticlimactic since.
I mean, you can still give us the report.
I generally don't watch the game, Jay. I the reason why we've been bouncing around this time is that I'm literally having issues of staying awake at this hour. The other Thursday, I actually had woken up at like 1 a.m. and then was awake until 5, then felt sleepy, so I went to sleep, woke up nauseated, and I'm like, what the hell's my fucking problem? So yeah, it's not good over here. So yeah, no guarantees we stay at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays, you know. Thanks, brother. All right. Our topic. We have a topic, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do that, let's go to the chat room, right? Robert Connor, he's going to be cooking a deer roast and inviting the rest of the tent crew for this weekend. That makes me jealous. Now, that makes me jealous.
And then we got the news is saying Trump has big balls because he's making a ballroom. I mean, he's paying it out of his own pocket. But why do we have to complain about it?
Yep. And then, of course, Robert, basketball is the only game that you can steal, run, and shoot the ball. Steal, run, and shoot the ball. That's Robert Connor, ladies and gentlemen, from the tent. All right, so we were mentioning the NBA gambling scandal, and there's no place more associated with gambling than the Las Vegas area, of which I, of course, live in. And Jay,
oh yeah,
perhaps the NBA is stealing all of Vegas's thunder, because Vegas has not been in the best condition lately.
No.
Over 10% declines month over month. We're seeing specific travel declines. And then with all that declination, we are not seeing necessarily a drop in prices. What kind of am I wrong on those numbers? Where am I at on those numbers, Jay?
They're saying, here we go. Picking my docket team, always screwing it up.
Well, your sober dicks are better than mine, so.
Yeah, they try. All they're saying is now that it is down about 12% this year so far, as of July, compared to what last July was about, which it was higher than that. But I don't have the numbers for last year. But according from this year, since the report of July of this year, 2025, it's down 12% to what it was before. So what do you think it was before last year? Was it booming last year in Vegas? Like it was busy, sardine style?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily booming. I think there's been there's been a bit of a decline. You have a lot of Vegas locals who are still rip shit that the F1 race still comes in, which they had a 10-year contract. And to be honest with you, I don't think it lasts that long. I think for some way, somehow the contract either gets breached and a party bails. It's just another crushing blow. It seems like to the area. There's always some businesses that get screwed out of the deal. Prices have dropped significantly for F1 compared to their inaugural year, right? Their first year when they came here. So I think people found the experience not all that, but it's cracked up to be. So
Yeah.
but
It looks like
yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Now I got some numbers here. So most of their visitors that they get in tourism do come from Canada, but it's down 30%.
Yeah, Canadians are pissed at us. I know that's part of the reason. Tariffs. I don't know how someone mentioned tariffs, and I'm like, how is that? Is it because their airfare is higher? Is that what it is? I mean, I guess I'm not saying that's ridiculous or anything.
All I know is that wait, Canadian airfare from coming to
Well,
Canada
if
to
you're
here
in
and here
Canada
there.
and you're coming to Vegas, you're probably coming by air. I guess a few of you could come by boat and then by air. I don't know, but yeah, I think it depends on how Canadians pay their air and if there's a tariff involved on it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there is when Canadians come in, because if you're Canadian, right, and you come into the United States, you got to pass through customs. So maybe we're adding $100 for every Canadian citizen that comes in. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I never had to pay when I go drive over to Canada. I mean, I pay the toll, but that's pretty much it. But
Right, and you have to use a passport now, though, right?
no,
To
I
go to
can still use
Canada.
my enhanced. I can use my enhanced license because I live on a bordered state.
Got it. I
Yeah.
hadn't thought about that because I
I can't
remember.
fly. I can't fly into Canada, but I can drive and go in a boat to Canada.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember. Remember being younger. Pardon me, my. You would think I'm farting, but I'm not. I'm just getting
No,
my
it's okay.
my
My
lumbar
kids, when I
support
bring them over,
working.
I have to bring their birth certificates because they don't have a passport. But they look up our information, mom and dad, while we're there, and then they go, "Oh yeah," and then they always ask the questions to the kids, asking them if they're all right, blah blah blah. I'm guessing that
Yeah.
happened to you too when you went through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as I remember as a kid, or even not even as a kid, just younger adult. The passport rule is relatively recent because I remember going into Canada and only having to show my driver's license when I lived in North Dakota. We would go up into Canada every once in a while. And we just had to use a driver's license. Actually, a few times I think we used a military ID. Actually, I think I might have cheated. Yeah, but we never had to use a passport for sure. Military ID, which I think is still the case for a military person, it acts just as good as a passport.
Yeah. I want a passport, but it's gone up in price now. New York State was doing it for 200. Now I think it has increased. If I'm not mistaken.
They're not cheap, dude. I bought mine in 2017 because mine's going to expire soon. I think mine expires at the end of or July of 2027 or however that works.
They don't do something where they were like it's just a question because I honestly don't know. When you go renew something that is about to end like that, do you get it cheaper?
I think
Or do
so.
you
A
or is it the same
renewal,
price?
yeah, renewal is cheaper, but I'm not going to renew my passport. I don't plan on leaving the country anymore.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I thought you do cruises.
I was just going to say the last few cruises I've been on, they did not require a passport if you weren't going to get off the boat. So I had no because when you get off the boat, is that how it works? I think they made you show your shit to them to show that you had it when you left the boat, because if you didn't have your papers to get back on the boat, you weren't getting back on. So yeah, I don't play. I don't get off the boat anymore. I don't get off at ports. I've done them all. I've done all the ports. I mean, there's a few places I've never been, so of course, haven't been to those ports. But Yeah, we're just gonna do U.S. shit, dude.
All right. To each their own. To each their own.
Yeah, my folks have been on a bunch of Alaskan cruises, and they say they're the best. So I'm like,
Lando Smiles just recently went to an Alaskan cruise, if I'm not mistaken, a few months ago.
did he really?
Yeah, shout out to Lando.
I'll have to check that out. I'll have to
I believe
inquire.
I believe it was Alaska, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody in the chat knows, let us know in the comment section.
Right. So anyway, getting back to Vegas, yeah, there's some interesting happenstances that are actually occurred. So like it happened a number of years ago. The casinos, I think it was like the mid 2010s, and the casinos are, they want to expand. And whenever a casino wants to, or I should say a resort property wants to do something new, and wherever they decide to do it, maybe it's not even in Las Vegas, maybe it's, in Japan or somewhere where gambling just became legal and they're going to build a big place, something. They don't use their own money. They go out and they raise as much money as they can, and then they borrow it for sure. Well, they did an interesting thing. All these properties back in the day, not only did they own the building that they were operating their business in, they owned the land. They owned the land underneath it. In other words, MGM owned all of that, right?
Yeah.
But in the 2010s, they wanted to expand and they didn't have the money to expand. So what they did, Jay, is they sold the building and the land, and everybody did it. All of them did it. They fell like dominoes after the first one did it. And they basically sold them to real estate firms, investment firms. And they essentially became the landlord of the property, of which the business signed, a 50-year lease. And then, the lease of the details of the lease were negotiated. So now they got all this money, and then they went and built a lot of shit. Well, you guess you could say that the chickens have sort of come home to roost, because now these casinos, these resort properties are not making as much money as they hoped, because they need to make, let's just throw the standard. A business wants to make 10% return year over year. If you're making 10% year over year above what you did the previous year, you're doing okay. Well, the casinos aren't getting that. Now, normally you would drop your prices to get more folks to come in. Casinos can't do it. They've got a rent payment to make. They can't drop their prices. They can't do it at all. The only thing they can do is raise them. And now that's why when you go through frickin' Caesar's Palace or the Bellagio, you're paying upwards of $26 for a bottle of water.
Wow. Fuck
crazy.
that.
Daily parking, $30. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, as a local, it's not even worth it for me to take a trip up there, because if I'm either going to have to take my car and park somewhere, which is going to cost me $30, or I'm going to Uber there, which in my case, I got to stay to my end of this. I got to stay to my end of the strip just to keep it with tip under $50 round trip.
Mm-hmm.
Now you talk, all right, you spend $120 gambling. It's all right. Now we're up to $170. I want to have lunch. That's probably going to run you about $30. Don't have any alcohol. Sit in a slot machine and get it for free. It's still going to, burgers, $20, Coke, salad. I mean, that's a $30 meal with tip. So now you're just going in there for a day. You're well over $200. So you're praying that you frickin', you hit your slot machine to pay for the day.
Yeah, exactly. That's insane, dude. That's insane.
You gotta figure this shit out, man. We got the A's coming in here in like 3 years. And we would hope that they don't make it an absolute shit show to visit this city. Because I see, I know there's a lot of people excited for the ballpark and it's going through its freaking problems right now, but I, for one, was incredibly excited because the A's are in the American League, and my favorite team, the Red Sox, are going to be coming to basically my hometown 9 or 10 times a year. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude. The Red Sox are the best team there is.
That's what we'll have to do, Jay. If the movement is still a thing 3 years from now, knock on wood, we will most certainly have to have a movement outing at A's Stadium.
Fenway Park. Oh. We're going to go to the A Stadium, the brand new stadium that's about to be finished in Vegas.
Yeah, Fenway Park would be nice too.
Let me know.
Been there, done
love
that.
to go.
Been there, done that.
I've been in front of it and around it, never
Indeed.
inside.
All right, Jay, how about giving us a preview of the next Unbound that you'll have over there on the Jay Morales channel, and take us around the world, Jay. I'm sure you've got some topics that you want to talk about in the news.
Take us around the world. Well, the topics that we got going on lately are the ones that people are complaining, like Robert just mentioned about the White House, getting a ballroom and destroying most of the East Wing, but it is what it is. A few presidents have already done that. You know what I mean? So there shouldn't be a problem. There shouldn't be people whining. Let me just say this, right? I'm not gonna just stick on one side. Here's the other side of this. Okay. Let's say, and if we're in reality, President Trump didn't really pay for this, then it goes to show. But if he does pay for it, then we all need to just be quiet and enjoy the new ballroom, and that's it. You get me? Does that make sense?
I'm picking up what you're putting down for show.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's a balance, guys. You can't keep hating. Find out what happens. Because at the end of the day, once you see that ballroom, you're going to be like, wow, we are going to be the centerpiece for every United Nation, person that comes and visits. Instead of having to go to the United Nations building, now they have a beautiful ballroom. It's going to be formal. It's going to be the big talk of the nation. That's it.
I'll never go. Even if I was invited, they'd have to pick up my.
They got to pick up the flight. They're going to have to pick up the flight. They're going to have to pick up the accommodations of where you're staying. Where's the food? Send me a bulletproof car just because. You might as well send me the tank of a limousine.
That's the only way I'd go.
Yeah. Pick me up in that limousine that they pick him up in. What is the Beast? What do they call that? The president's
I believe
vehicle?
you're right. I think it's called the Beast. Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah. Send me the Beast. Pick me up in the Beast. And make sure that when you pick me up, of course, you got to be like, John F. Kennedy. Make sure you give me a Cuban cigar, damn it.
Oh, I thought you meant a roof to the car.
Anyway, and many more topics that we're going to be talking about on the show today. It just, I go little by little. Okay. I got to wait until it hits about 3:00 because in reality, how news works is that everybody's going to try to push you all these things in the morning up to the afternoon, right? I'm going to wait. I pass on that. I wait until after 3:00 because by 3, 4, 5 o'clock, those guys are already changing because they're going to give you the latest news and everything is closed. And then they push out your recent news. And then I give you that news. Okay. I find articles from every single website of news. So then it doesn't sound like I'm keeping up like everybody says it. The left or the right. We're right in the middle. We try not to give you one set of eyes to one side or another because that's not what we do. We don't want to give you misinformation. We're not guiding you to be this way of thinking. We're just telling you what's going on. And yeah.
I don't know
Tune in
exactly
tonight
what you
between
said,
9 and 10.
Don't
Go
know
ahead.
exactly what you said, but it sounded riveting for sure.
Did it? Good. Good.
Uh,
It's riveting.
What time again? Eastern time?
Easter time between the hours of 9 and 10 because I can never start it on the time. And usually by the time I'm about to start, it's because, oh shit, something just came up. We need to talk about that. You know what I mean? So then I take that extra hour to be like, okay, I'm done. Let's go.
Well, I never told you this is at 8 o'clock Eastern. So everyone tune into I never told you this at 8 o'clock. And then when that is over, you'll have about 40 minutes to get a bite to eat, have something to drink, maybe take a shower, check out to see if you've got one of these fucking nasty bitches.
Texas size Bruce.
Yeah. Do a check of your body, folks. Self-care. Do that and
You
then
must
watch
have been
Jay Morales Unbound.
you must have been like going like this or something in bed.
No, I think I was laying on it. I sleep on my side, and I do primarily sleep on my left-hand side. That's my my preferable side. And I think I think I just was on it just wrong, and I was asleep at the time. It was probably hurting me as I was doing it, but I was sound asleep, and it was just not enough to wake me up, and it broke a lot of flipping blood vessels.
Yeah,
You
it
can
did
even
because
see
it
it. Oh
looks.
my God, you can even see
Yeah,
it from this distance. Holy
yeah.
shit.
I mean, and it's dark right now. Earlier when you showed it, it didn't look that dark.
Oh.
That looks rough, dude.
It's like a tattoo, dude.
Yeah.
It
Oh
hurts.
my god.
All right, Jay. Well, you have yourself a fantastic weekend, my friend.
You too. You too.
Smoke weed every day.
Make sure
Smoke
you
weed
enjoy
every
yourselves,
day.
and we'll catch you on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Right, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Right, we're going Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, you guys had to wait a bunch of days for our next movement. You don't have to wait as long for this one.
Shout out to Sicko Entertainment, Robert, everybody who tuned in tonight, and our future viewers. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell.
We dig everyone, and again, thank you for viewing and tuning into the movement. We'll see you all Tuesday night.
Dawn breaks wide, the web's alive.